there's another one.
All right.
Doesn't feel that big.
I'm glad I came along today to watch you catch fish. All right.
Yeah, nice little eater. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think there's any fish in this river because I haven't caught one yet.
There's not a one.
No.
You haven't caught one?
Did I say that?
We hadn't noticed.
Coming up. On today's show, Bob's on the Detroit River with Erik Hodgins, jigging up some tasty walleye. They'll be going over everything from selecting the right line to bait options. Most anglers use live bait for walleye, but with the advancements in soft bait lures, you don't have to worry about trying to keep your bait alive anymore. From rain to bluebird skies, Bob and Erik experience it all on one of the best walleye fisheries in North America. Join us today to learn the tricks of the trade when it comes to catching those frisky walleyes.
Here comes. Whoa. All right.
Oh, man. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Look at that big laser.
Yeah.
Ah, huge. Oh, baby.
That thing is a monster. Whoa.
The Real Fishing Show with Bob Izumi.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Oh, I got one.
Look at that thing.
Help! Look at those teeth.
Bob Izumi.
All right. Woo-hoo. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh. Whoa. All right. Look at the size of this fish.
Real Fishing is sponsored by Chevrolet, Mercury, #1 on the water, and Tim Hortons.
Hey, folks, that's what I call real fishing. Well, okay, we got a little bit of rain today. Erik, what do you think?
Well, I don't think the rain's going to hurt him. There's plenty of fish in the system. I think we're going to have a good day of fishing today. We should have no problem. I'm going to call it, say, about 50 fish today.
50 fish.
50 fish.
50 fish. You heard him,
I'm going
folks.
out on a limb here.
50 fish. Erik Hodgins from Bell River says we're going to catch on the Detroit River. We're talking a rainy spring day, April. Cold front blew through, but you think the fish are biting?
Oh, the fish are biting, definitely. I think to hit that 50, I think I'm going to have to spot you about 20 to get started, though.
Spot me 20. I don't know what you're referring to, so that means...
I might be referring to a show 2003. Let's revisit this a little bit.
Okay.
I think we went out and... how many fish did you hit that day, Bob?
You know what? I think through the magic of editing, they didn't use all my fish.
Certainly. We'll run this one unedited today, then.
Let's go. I'm already full of your whatever already.
I'll tell you what, these gulp plastics...
Actually, they're not plastic.
Cool, what's in here, sir?
It's soft bait.
Okay.
It is biodegradable, and that is the ticket right there.
I'll tell you what, it's kind of like there's another company that uses the slogan, "Don't leave home without it."
Yeah.
That's definitely the case with gulp.
Oh, yeah? Is it that incredible?
Absolutely fantastic. It doesn't matter what species you seem to be targeting. I
You
mean,
need something? What do you use? That color? You want to use different color?
I'm gonna try a different color. I might go with more of a natural color like that shad color, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. You're trying to throw me a curve. One of those? Want a power bait?
Sure. Let's try the power bait just to see. But I know we you know as well as I do already how effective that gulp has been on the smallmouths all season last year. It's absolutely doing serious damage to the walleye in the Detroit River.
Oh, yeah? So, well, let's give it a shot, see what happens today. Nice wet day.
There you go. Nice little walleye.
Yeah, good one. Perfect.
Put them in here.
I think we're going to keep a few today, and that would be a good one. What do you think?
Oh, that's a nice little eater for sure.
So he just sort of stopped it, did he?
He just stopped that jig dead on the full. Nice little eater-sized fish.
Yeah, good stuff.
This is one of the fish from the 2003 year class that everyone's talking so much about.
Is that right?
I didn't check his ID.
American or Canadian?
This is a Canadian fish.
That's good.
Oh, there's a fish.
All right. You thump it?
Oh, look at that. Doesn't feel all that big, but he's spunky.
Yeah. Thumped it pretty good. I guess, you know, you do feel everything when you're using the fire line, right?
I'll tell you, this no-stretch line is one of the greatest advances in fishing. I know.
I just missed one.
Oh, we would have had a double header. That's a nice fish.
Oh, yeah. Nice one.
You want to get the Beckman out, Bob?
Yeah, hold on a second. Watch my rod.
Oh, it's coming up.
Oh, good one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, you getting a lot of good ones like that, or?
Yeah, we've been getting a really good number of fish all the way up in a 10-pound range.
Now, you're using a power bait, right?
That's the realistic power bait. Much more natural color. Imitate a minnow. Perfect size. Nice, I think about 4-inch bait.
Yeah.
4-inch bait and 28-inch fish.
Yeah, good one. All right.
She's spawned out female. She's looking a little bit rough. She's recuperating and obviously feeding well.
Yeah, good stuff. Now, we gonna release that one?
Yeah, we'll put that one back. That's a little bit too big to even consider for the pan.
Yeah, you don't want to eat those big ones like that.
And away she goes.
All right, good stuff. Uh-oh.
What's that put the score at, Bob?
The Jigmeister's at it again. You know, he's nothing but a river rat. And on that note, folks, stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more rainy day walleyes after this.
Coming up, Erik shows Bob how it's really done.
I'm glad I came along today to watch you catch fish. I don't know, but I think wherever you got that horseshoe, I bet you it's a lot warmer than I am right now.
Closed captioning is brought to you by FNCC and MotorExam.com.
Oh, there's a fish.
You got one?
Look at that. Nice little fish. Oh, there's a fish. Can't let you catch up.
Uh-oh. Good
It's
one.
in the boat.
Well, at least one sure thing today. The sandwiches. Well, I guess the fish for you too, actually.
Oh, the sandwiches are fantastic. Maybe get a little energy in you with this and it'll turn the tide for you.
Yeah.
This still fits the bill as far as I'm concerned to put on for table fare, but
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. It can go in live well. I'm not going to fish in this freezing rain and not keep a few for the table. Have I caught one yet, Eric? I can't remember.
what do you think? I think the score is...
No, we're not counting.
There is a God!
Oh, boy, I'm telling you. Finally. Now.
And just then, the skies have parted.
Nothing like jigging up a nice walleye. That was a little bit of a lull for me. That one.
How'd that one hit, Bob? Just pound it?
Yeah, it did. It did. Pounded it right to the point of it's going in the live well. It's going to be dinner tonight.
All about boat control.
Well, unfortunately, the weather didn't let up. Neither did Erik. He ended up landing 15 to my 1.
Ah, nice little eater.
A few days later, my son Darren joined Erik and I as we tried to give it another shot on the Detroit River, but this time in a little better conditions, both for yours truly and the weather.
There's a fish.
Early season, we're talking April, and the old Jigmeister's got one. Good one?
Not too bad.
Using that no stretch fire line, which is just incredible.
This fish feels decent. You might want to get the Beckman out on this one too.
Okay.
I haven't seen him yet. Anytime you want to get that net out, Bob, would be great.
Just getting it set up here. Hey, I didn't, you were supposed to catch a fish that quick. All right. Good one.
Wasn't quite as big as I thought.
You are the jig slammer, aren't you?
I'm going to have to let you reel one of these in one of these times.
Oh, here we go.
You're not going to hear the end of it until you catch fish.
Okay, wait. Now, are we keeping a few to eat, or what are we doing?
Certainly, if you'd like to.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
They make fantastic table
a
fare.
guy like myself's got to eat, you know. I'm going to hold your fish up for a picture, okay? Okay, hurry up and catch another one.
Well, I hope you can make the trip to the live well for me several times today. 6 anyways.
There's a lot of fish down here.
Oh! Unbelievable, folks!
Did you see that hook set? Now that, my friend, is how you catch walleye. Okay.
Well, you've currently tied your previous 2 attempts on the Detroit River.
That one there was not getting away.
Let's take a look down under with this week's Fish Eye View, sponsored by Mercury, #1 on the water. These days, there are a lot of different techniques for catching walleye, some stranger than others. Given the right circumstances, they'll even hit the surface. One of the oldest methods is still one of the best, jigging. Indeed, the twister tail is a walleye standard. Cheap and easy to use, jigs take fish in a hurry. At times, walleye appear suicidal, and yet, as any experienced angler knows, there are those other times. Prone to rapid mood swings, they become darn near impossible. At best, it's a few bumps and nudges you'd swear are tiny panfish. A softer approach to jigging can help. So too, a near motionless vertical presentation. Basically, it's a do-nothing technique that demands concentration and quick reflexes. If this doesn't work, try downsizing by removing the tail portion. It may look ridiculous, but who can argue with success? If all else fails, here's a surefire trick. Send down a minnow on your jig. Live or dead, it doesn't seem to matter. Even midday walleye, fast asleep, can be roused into action when offered the real thing. And don't be afraid of working the bottom to stir things up a little. Yes, walleye really know the difference when it's a genuine minnow out there. And, as we all know, when sushi's on the menu, chopsticks are optional. Will Bob finally outfish Erik? Stay tuned to find out.
I don't believe this. He's going to go up on me.
Here we go. Boy, this jig fish is
It's easy, isn't it?
It really is easy.
I don't believe this. He's going to go up on me.
Oh boy, this jig fish is really,
easy, isn't it?
It really is easy.
Want me to put the net on that one for you?
Ah, look at that. Right in the corner of the mouth.
Well, you barely got a hook into it.
Not hooked well, but we can get him. We can get him. All right. So these fish here, there seem to be a really incredible number of them around, is there?
Yeah, it's absolutely staggering how many of them there are around. I mean, that's how we're able to go out and put 60 to 100 fish in a boat in a day. I mean, it's absolutely incredible.
You know, we're using a fire line, and it's in the green colored, Erik. You were mentioning the other day you like the high vis for this type of fishing?
I like the high vis anytime that we're using vertically jigging in the river here. I can easily look down and quickly see where the current is taking my jig. You want to stay right over top of it, perfectly vertical.
You don't want a lot of line out.
You don't want a lot of line out. when you have too much line, all you're going to be doing is dragging your jig on the bottom and snagging all day, and you won't feel the fish actually pick the jig up. A lot of these fish are taking it on the fall. Just as it's coming down in front of their face, whack, they'll grab it, and on your next jig up, you're feeling the weight of the fish. You set the hook, and the rest is history.
The other thing too is you're holding the motor guide right into the wind today, but you're also holding it into the current because you want to just slip back as well. So we're going slower than the current right now, aren't we? Just slightly?
Just slightly.
Now the whole key with this fire line is it's no stretch, and we've got a Vanish fluorocarbon leader, about 3 feet of line. We're running 10-pound fire line, 10-pound Vanish. You get the ultimate in sensitivity and feel, plus you got the invisibility of the Vanish fluorocarbon leader, which is no stretch as well.
Anytime you're fishing in a clear water situation, it doesn't matter what I'm fishing for, I'll break out fluorocarbon. I mean, that stuff gives you such an advantage over anything else on the market right now. It's incredible.
You know what? That was 2 passes, 2 fish. What do you think? Another pass?
Let's give it.
Okay. Hammered it.
Just popped it.
All right. Nice one. You changed up and put a gulp minnow on there, didn't you?
Yep. I went with the gulp minnow and the smelt color. Water's kind of clean. We'll go with more of a bait fish imitation.
You are the man.
Nice little fish.
Yeah.
We'll put that one back.
I noticed you got a little swivel there. Show the viewers that swivel you've got on your line to attach your fluorocarbon to the fire line.
Actually, I took this out of my steelhead kit. It's just a tiny little ant-sized swivel.
Yeah, probably number 8 or a 10, huh?
Yes, yeah. I think it's a 10, actually. You run 3 feet of the fluorocarbon right to the jig. It just helps to eliminate some of the line twist when you're constantly up and down in the current. See if I can get us straightened back out and on top of a few more fish here.
You are the man. And on that note, stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back with the Erik Hodgins Real Fishing Show after this.
This tip of the week is sponsored by Coleman.
Well, now that he's not with me, I can say it. Erik is an incredible fish catching machine. You know, when it comes to fishing a big river with a lot of current like the Detroit River, it's important to use a bait that'll get down there to the bottom. And in the case of fishing with Erik, we're using 3/8 ounce jig heads that'll get down to the bottom so that you can easily slip along with the current and keep as vertical presentation as you can, say with the realistic minnow from Berkeley, and just hop that along bottom. The walleyes don't have a long time to look at it, but what they'll do is they'll be sitting in that current, and then they'll just either make up their mind to eat it as it drifts by, or they won't. And the key there is to get on some of these good drifts where there's a nice break line, a good bottom contour and makeup as well, and you're going to catch a lot of fish. It's incredible between Lake St. Clair and Lake Erie how many fish congregate in the Detroit River.
More great walleye action from the Detroit River when we return.
Be gently released back into the water to fight another day.
Turning over a new leaf today?
Well, you got to throw a few back. All right, Derek.
Nice chunky fish.
Yeah. That one hit it while it was right on bottom. Oh, that's a good little eating
That's a
size.
nice eating fish.
That is a good eating size, too. I'm starting to sound like Daryl Crosby.
Little cigar, isn't it?
All right. Gigantic sheephead. Oh,
The size of that one. That's a trophy.
He's on fire, man. You just dropped down again to get that one.
This fish hit it twice. I missed it on the first set, and he was right back at it again.
No kid. How many have we kept so far? We haven't kept a double limit, right?
No, I think I've only put...
Yeah, so since that one dropped, I'd say put him in live, and
Yeah.
that'll be the last one, because I like that
hit the
size.
floor
for you.
kind of hard.
And everybody, you know, I'm going to talk a little bit about catch and release here. When I started the show in the early 80s, I used to get the odd negative letter about why don't you ever keep fish? And that was from some older folks that had been through the Depression.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, fish are a valuable food source. How dare you throw them back on TV? And that was like in the early 80s. Now things have changed so much in the world of fishing, because now I get letters from kids and even adults that have watched the show since they were kids for a couple of decades saying, oh, it's great to see you throw the fish back, and don't worry, we release a lot of our fish we catch, but it's all right to keep a few fish to eat.
Oh, certainly, certainly.
Especially in a place that has got the numbers and the population to afford you to. Like the Detroit River, you've got Lake St. Clair, Lake Erie. Lake Erie, of course, is commercially fished for walleyes. Just understanding a little bit about the fishery and what can it afford to put out. But I mean, if you're going to keep a limit of, say, 12, 15-year-old bass on a small lake, like all 4 and 5 pound fish, probably not a good idea to keep a limit of those to eat, because you could be killing, for a 5 fish limit, 6 fish limit, 60, 70, 80 years of growth, right?
Yeah.
So there is a difference, and smaller fish are always better to eat too, That's how you do it in the big leagues. What?
Good for you.
Hey, what was that?
He hammered that jig, didn't he?
Hammered it. Did you notice my
textbook hook set?
Yeah, but just a little slow on the draw. Well, folks, you see it. Now we're in the lake. We're at the mouth of the river here at St. Clair, and there really is a lot of options to fish, isn't there?
Oh, just loaded, like I said, from one end to the other, and out into the lakes too. This area here is known locally as the hole that we refer to it. A lot of these fish will be dropping back out of the river now following the spawn, and starting to feed quite heavily out here before they disperse out into the lake.
Well, we got a whole flotilla of boats out here. Obviously, a few people know about it. We're just going to keep fishing here, folks, and sure hope you enjoyed today's show. And I've got to fish about another 10 hours to catch up with Erik's number of fish he's caught. So that should give me enough time to smoke them.
It's been my pleasure. What's that one, Bob? A nice little eater.
Nice little eater, huh?
I gotta get some of fighting chance around you.
He's worried I want to eat everything we're catching today, because out of this cold water, these fish are really good. Yeah, all right. This is a big fish. That is a fish of a lifetime. Whoa. Well, that is just amazing. Look at that thing. Oh, yeah. Wow. That was too cool. Oh, man, what a fish. Look at that. Yes.